Greetings and good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Tuesday. That's right, the first Tuesday of the year, I think. We have the 6th of January. January 6th. Huh. Interesting. It is 2026, and we are well into a new year. A year full of fraud revelations and hopefully fraud convictions. I'm hoping for a lot of justice. Right now. I'm also thankful for the amazing folks we have out there, including Ruby Hoove, who just gifted a CultureCasino membership. A big shout out and thank you to the lovely Juliet, who seems to be everywhere, saying afternoon, young Gandalf and my ear. Great to see all of you, and Juliet, a big, huge thank you. Barry the Music Man was early with his blue super chat. That's right, the $2 super duper chat for saying good morning to the Culture crew. That's you, and I hope everyone is well indeed. I hope you all are. We've got some great writers working at a lot of outlets that are easy to support. If you're not already supporting the G&G team over at geeksandgamers.com, you're missing out on a lot of news and stories you would otherwise miss. The same goes for That Park Place, where Marvin writes every single day. In fact, today, after today's show, we'll be redirecting automatically over to the M4 Empire, the new representation of Marvin Montanero's channel, Marvin the Movie Monster, you might know him as. M4 Empire starts their brand new episode 1 of, the Daily Empire, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. We got so much going on. We got our friend Walter Tomaszewski out there, aka Soundwave. We've got Gollum in the house. I saw Weatherman, who's got a headache. I saw Griffin's View. Griffin's View is out there. We got a lot of you out there. And I just want to say thank you. You guys are all extraordinary. I am so blessed and gifted. The beautiful Deeple. We've got, of course, our favorite Rivet Head out there. Georgia Peach is there. The Bat Cap. Dr. Jill Powers, of course. She's making sure things are good. Frank's here. Frank's bringing his family. I don't know if you guys know that, but we've had some family members view us. And, of course, Griffin's View. Did our favorite cat show up? Is Putin's cat here? I hope so. Griffin's View reminds me that there is something to cover today in history. Let's see if we can find it. I saw Morgan King out there. That's good to see you. GRY. Let's see. Here it is. Looking for it. So in 1681. Wow, that's a long time ago. I could still remember. That's right, 1681. The first recorded boxing prize fight match was organized by Christopher Monk, 2nd Duke of Albemarle, between his butler and his butcher. The butcher won. 10 pounds was the prize fight, and let me tell you, that sounds like a heck of a prize back then. Pounds sterling, 10 pounds sterling back then with compound interest. You know how much money that would be? Holy cow. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to all of you in the crowd for your patience and your amazing support. And thank you to Michelle Marshall, for your super duper chat. We'll get to in just a moment. Speaking of which, 6 minutes starts now, along with, the beginning of CBS's New Beginnings. You see, Tony had to go early on Sunday instead of doing what he planned to do on Monday, which was yesterday, which is show up for the first time for a job that he petitioned for and got from the new leader over there, Barry Weiss, who has expelled the idea of the old news media and is going to start telling you stories, theoretically. I promise I'll be holding them to account and their feet to the fire. And it looks like, despite a glitch that happened early in the show with Tony's wonderful good-natured humor, responding well to the glitch between Walls and, probably the two stories that the mainstream media didn't want to tell you with all the fraud and everything else. Everything went well. A new sign-off went well. He did a good job. There's definitely going to be a lot of scrutiny over their presentation, which is going to try to mask the fact that they just don't like the fact that it's going to make every other news service step up. So CBS Evening News has returned with a new person, a new direction, and a new leader. Speaking of new leaders, 2026 predictions, we'll need a lot of them. You see, the Odyssey, Avengers Doomsday, and the new Star Wars are all going to compete to try to make sure we get to $9 billion this year, which was a feat we accomplished about 5 years ago and then fell back from because, well, they started making complete garbage and releasing it wide to audiences that rejected it wholesale. I will say this is an ambitious goal. I don't think they'll reach it. There's not a lot out there. Of the 120 films that may make it to wide release, I'm telling you, I don't suspect much. And I don't suspect much or expect much from Jimmy Kimmel Live. They're cutting back music bookings to twice a week instead of more frequently. And they're going to have to cut back more than that because this show is making less and less money in the demographic. Only 155,000 people watching the last 2 weeks for each show in 2025. Peacock is going to integrate Dolby Picture and Sound into streaming. This will be an industry first. You'll be able to get your Atmos if you have an enabled encoder in your home theater, which I do. So, hey, that'll sound great if I ever watched Peacock. We've got Rupert Murdoch's newspaper war with LA beginning this month. They're going to go to war there and in a unique way, basically bringing the New York Post to the California coast. I think it'll be fascinating. Versant started yesterday officially and began to promptly tank, headed downwards and finishing the day lower than where they had really hoped for. All of the formerly edgy channels, now the endless wasted channels out there, including Oxygen, E, and Syfy, otherwise known as Sci-Fi, headed down the drain immediately. I thought this was worth covering because, well, the stock tanked. Despite the fact that you got a share of this stock, I believe, for every 6 shares you had of regular Comcast, you didn't get much value there. Anyway, we'll move on from that to move on to this, which is Winona Ryder saying that beheading Vecna with an axe at Stranger Things took only 2 takes. Yeah, it's a fake character that you beheaded. I imagine swinging an axe and bringing it down on nothing doesn't take much acting. James Wan is down to direct Avatar 4 if James Cameron decides he is done with the series. Well, I don't know whoever directs it's going to be directing a drop in the bucket when it comes to the rest of the Avatar films. Marketecture, brand new media promotion firm, raises $1 million in seed funding from top ad biz execs, seeding the funding for a competitor that's likely to rise and pass them. Perhaps they're trying to buy favor or opportunities to, benefit from Marketecture's AI infrastructure. We've got oil stocks sharply higher, of course, because, well, we took over Venezuela and we really destroyed the BRICS currency, which is the story nobody's talking about when it comes to acquiring the dictator Maduro and releasing the people from their bondage in Venezuela. U.S.-based multinational companies are going to be exempt from the global tax deal, which is no surprise. Tariffs won't hit them as hard. We've got Wall Street gains ground, obviously, because of oil prices. This will continue on for several days. Hyundai and Boston Dynamics presented some new robots at CES. Atlas is wild, so are many of the others. And a FAA picks 2 firms to replace the 612 outdated radar systems that air traffic controllers rely on and frequently see fail. We've got an audit of fired SafeSport investigator, leading to the reopening of 3 of 114 cases. That's not all that many, which means the auditor didn't miss by much. And finally, a bear story for all of you. A polar bear attacked and injured a family of 3 in Russia. This happened on, the 5th and was reported last night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is a rare attack on the far north of Siberia, which means the bear came much farther south than normal and injured just those people about 40 kilometers from the closest village of Nosek. So this is the kind of thing that, well, even in Russia, you need to be bear aware. So if you're in bear country, guys, watch out, especially if you're in polar bear country. Real quick shout out and thank you once again to Michelle Marshall for the $4.99 super duper chat saying, hello, CC. You look am so glad I caught alive. Hey, thank you. Look, I appreciate the fact that you're here, Michelle, enjoying today. I hope your day is extraordinary. Speaking of which, we're rocking the Criticless cap because I support my friends. You should be subscribed and registered over at Criticless. You can weigh your opinion against the likes of Jonas, who's almost always wrong when it comes to movies. And you can observe the guys in real time, and ladies, over on Drunk 3PO's basement for whatever the movie show's called on Monday nights, which I always forget. And I've been on there twice now. I should be on there again because I feel like I give a right opinion. Because, man, between Blaine and Jonas, good gracious. I love Blaine. Obviously, I'm wearing his hat. But his opinions sometime, I'm like, dude, you are a super shill. Speaking of super shills, it's great to see you all here. We got a member super chat because I have wonderful, amazing, spectacular wrenches out there, like Ms. Pick Cafe, that's reminding me that, hey, I have amazing people like Walter Tomaszewski out there saying, hey, I've been here for 18 months, so check your email. You bet. Thanks for putting up with me. Hey, I appreciate you very much, Walter, and everybody else out there. The folks that support the channel and support me, support my efforts to, well, get to the point where I'm in Tennessee building studios for other creators to utilize. Because I think when you do something, you got to give back something. And I also think that my family will follow my wishes and leave those studios open even when I'm gone. That'll make it easier for people to make independent things because, well, we don't have enough of that these days and we don't have enough support for it. So let me help you. Let me help you and let me support you. Speaking of letting me do things, I want to say a big shout out and thank you to the first Dragon Queen, who's always generous and lovely, who just did a major repair on an animatronic friend, co-host slash, pal. And the first Dragon Queen says, and I quote, da, 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 finishing taking my tree down so HCS, that would be the co-host, can have his spot back. He complains a lot. Hugs for all. And if you haven't seen one of her videos, go watch. She's got an entire channel out there at the first Dragon Queen. She also has one of the coolest acknowledgement songs that pros got out there and video. Our friend Graph Webb, the most consistent person on the internet, reminds us that for Frank's sake, who happens to be here, hi Frank, hashtag cancel Disney Plus. That's right. You should probably lead all your X posts today with that. Maybe Facebook, maybe all your social media should say hashtag cancel Disney Plus pretty much every single day. And Michelle, thank you so very much for becoming a member of the channel. Much appreciated. I am very glad that you caught me live as well. I'm grateful that you're here, and thank you for joining. We've got so much more coming up, guys. Coming up right after this, of course, is my pal, Grover. No, not Grover. Marvin, the movie monster, on his first M4 Empire, which begins in 5 more minutes. So I'm going to send you over there early. Please go check it out. If you're on the red side of the equation, that would be the YouTube side, you will be automatically sent there when we finish here. And if you didn't see today's video, know this: I used Bookstore Thor's article to make it. Because look, it was very well written. In fact, I would say that from That Park Place, all their stories are well written. They have great writers. And from Geeks and Gamers, they make great stories too. Alex is doing a good job over there. Marvin's doing a good job over at That Park Place. And I'm doing a good job because occasionally I write an article too. On that note, let me say this about that. Check out not just M4 Empire, but WDW Pro, and then the return of the HCast with myself, Mr. H, Marvin, and I don't know, maybe Nick, somebody else. Cannot wait. The intro's brand new. Season 6 is coming at you. And before that, between then and now, I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. Hopefully on one of those shows, because, I mean, that's where I'm going. I hope you go there too.